Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. I don't have a potion.
Oh, I just killed myself in the fucking lava.
Oh, I might have made a real big mistake.
Are you
I might have made a
fucking
mistake.
kidding
Oh,
me?
I might have made a real mistake. Oh wait, why are you attacking me? I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Oh my god, no!
Did you really die?
No.
I did.
Fucking parrot. What? What?
I moved my totem away from that gazelle.
Wait, what? 2,500 damage?
Welcome everyone. In today's episode of What the Heck Am I Doing, we decided to glance over a really interesting question that's been in my mind recently and couldn't help but to make this video sort of explaining to maybe why Hardcore Classic is so good. Why? It's safe to say that I had a lot of fun when it came to actual Classic release. And I can't really deny that I had a blast on it. But I am actually finding myself to have more fun playing Classic Hardcore. I feel like Classic Hardcore brings something to the table that actual Classic release didn't.
No!
It brings that mysteriousness to the world. On Classic release, people spammed dungeons. Everyone was actually rushing to get to max level, and no one actually cared about the small things in life. Taking your time and enjoying the journey. Hardcore brings back that excitement and the experience of actually giving 2 cents, alright, about backdrops. The copper you spend leveling professions, alright, and actually completing entire quest maps and recapping on different zones to meet max, of course. But every mob you fight, every item you get, the really sticky glue bra, bag of marbles, swiftness potions, the slumber sand, and so much more. These items are actually praised and desired throughout the whole hardcore community. But hear me out. Let me cook, boy. I really do believe that history is repeating itself in a way here. Because back in the day, death in MMORPGs were extremely and super punishing. For example, look at EverQuest. There's no single equation that actually explains the magic of EQ experience, which actually was released back in 1999. And it's safe to say that some of these principles and EQ design was actually carried on onto the future MMOs RPGs. Like for example, the design of traditional RPG experience based on level advancement systems. Also, promotion of players' freedom via structured gameplay with no imposed narratives or story arcs. Diverse RPG class system, which focused on class interdependency, meaning you had to group up, imagine that, with other players, which created a deep social experiment. Does all this sounds familiar? But there's one of the bunch that is the last but not the least. Death. That's right. Death penalties introduce serious consequences into the land of Norath. This sums up why this MMO was actually popular and why it was so good. Because it offered players autonomy to gain things and improve their status with, guess what? Other players.
In what universe is the family circus better than Dilbert? For instance,
Yo, what's up, man? How you?
Ben.
Oh, you know, cuz. Keeping it straight.
But what actually made this game what it was actually the death penalty. The death penalty mechanic was not about gain, it was about loss. This feature or concept of loss aversion And before we continue, I will go ahead and define what that means for you. It is the thought that the pain of losing is psychologically as powerful as the pleasure of gaining. A good example to illustrate this is the following. Given a choice, an average person would be 2 times more motivated to prevent the loss of $100 than he would if given the chance to gain $100. We want to protect what we have and what we have worked for. Probably the best example of loss aversion in MMOs is a daily quest. That's right. The daily quest was invented by Blizzard and introduced in patch 2.3 in their Burning Crusade expansion. A daily quest was a repeatable quest that was only offered to players once every 24 hours. Each day, at some point, the daily timer would reset and players would be able to complete the quest again. As daily quests became part of the MMO landscape, many players felt compelled to log on and complete their daily quest because if they did not, they would lose the opportunity to gain reputation, experience, and money. If a player failed to log on that day, there is no way they could ever recoup that loss. At one point, Blizzard created a 10 daily quest limit, so players would log on, complete all 10 daily quests, and log off feeling that they had gotten their money's worth from their WoW subscription.
I'll make that deal. How about you, bitch? You make that deal?
I'd make that deal.
I don't blame you. Damn good deal.
Felt that daily quests were manipulative, as the daily quests were repetitive and not that fun after doing them for the 100th time. Despite their manipulative nature, daily quests gave players a reason to log on, and although I think that yes, risk versus reward is not a bad as it sounds implementation of an MMORPG, I feel like death should actually matter more. Alright, and deep loss aversion needs to come back, and it actually is coming back in a way that is very strange because hardcore is bringing it back. That feeling of actually dying is actually more worth than any reward. So that's why the world is always mysterious. You never know when you're actually going to die. Well, boys, excuse me for my voice. I am kind of sick, if you didn't notice. Also, I wanted to say thank you guys for the support in advance. Make sure to hit a follow and subscribe, alright? Hit a like, below that like button and below that subscribe button to defeat the algorithm gods. With that being said, boys, have a good one till the next one, okay? Bye-bye.